American Top 40.
Billboard ranks them, AT40 counts them down. Now let's answer that question about top 40 teens. Lately we seem to have a lot of them popping up in the survey, and a listener in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Umberto Huni, wants to know what solo artist had the most top 40 hits while he or she was a teenager. Well, Umberto, let's check out the top 3 teens. In third place is a man who's become a superstar as an adult. Today, he's 37. During his teen years in the 60s, he had 17 top 40 hits, including smashes like For Once in My Life. Wrote a lot of those early classics, too. Superstar Stevie Wonder. In second place is a star from Canada. As a teenager in the late 50s, he had 20 top 40 hits, including Put Your Head on My Shoulder. He grew up to become a very successful adult artist as well. Wrote the theme for TV's Tonight Show, among other things. He's Paul Anka. That brings us up to the top teen with the most top 40s. A girl from Atlanta, Georgia, who during her teens hit the top 40 a total of 25 times. That was between 1959 and 1964. And she did it with songs like I'm Sorry, I Want to Be Wanted, and this song.
He knows the things I like to hear. Sweet nothing.
That's a piece of Sweet Nothings by the tiny little girl with the great big voice that earned her the nickname Little Miss Dynamite. She went on to hit it big on the country chart, too. Talking about Brenda Lee. And there's your answer, Umberto. The teenager with the most top 40 hits, Brenda Lee. She had 25 of them. Thanks for writing in. Now, on with the countdown.
Casey's Top 40.
I'm Mark Elliott for Casey Kasem. We're counting down the biggest hits in the USA. Now, it's time to open our scrapbook to the page on the singer who had more top 40 hits as a teenager than anyone else in the rock era. Over the years, a lot of teenagers have made it big on the charts. Back in the 50s and 60s, there were stars like Paul Anka, Ricky Nelson, and little Stevie Wonder. More recently, teens like Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, and High Five. But when it comes to the most top 40 hits, the leader of them all is the singer known as Little Miss Dynamite. She was born Brenda Mae Tarpley in 1944 in the small town of Lithonia, Georgia. She sang in a lot of local talent contests and made her TV debut at age 11. A year later, in 1956, she got her first record contract. It took 4 more years, but in 1960, at the age of 16, she got her first top 40 hit, a song called Sweet Nothings. Before her teens were over, she'd racked up a total of 25 top 40 hits, songs like Emotions, You Can Depend on Me, I Want to Be Wanted, and her biggest hit, I'm Sorry. It spent 3 weeks at number 1 in 1960, and it sounded like this.
I'm sorry, so sorry, that I was such a fool.
From 1960, I'm Sorry, one of 25 top 40 hits as a teen for Little Miss Dynamite. Brenda Lee. That's more top 40 hits as a teenager than any other act in the rock era. And by the way, Brenda Lee continues to sing, though since the 70s, she's been concentrating on her first love, country music.
Casey's Top 40.